Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Singly Linked Lists with Python. So in this episode we are going to see how to count the number of occurrences of a given particular integer in a singly linked list. And that is quite easy. We are going to write our own method for that. And let us start defining that method. I will say def count. I hope that I haven't created another method with the same name. We will actually know that at the time of execution. And we are going to actually keep on reusing the notebook that we have created in the very first episode of this entire series. And I'm going to say search term. So this is the particular integer and current equals to, so this is a temporary node self dot head, and count equals to 0, and while current, I mean as long as the temporary node is not null or we don't actually find the empty part, if current dot data equals to search for search term. So here we are checking if the data part of our current node is equal to the search term, and if it is like that, then count equals to count plus 1. And I hope that you are able to see whatever is being typed on screen. And then we are going to increment our pointer, okay? And the best way to do that is current equals to current dot next and return count. So here we are returning the count. And see, if the count is 0, it will return that count 0. It means that it hasn't found that particular integer in this linked list. So let me execute this, or rather say re-execute that entire cell. And let us go down here and let us create a linked list. So we already have the driver code for that ready. So this is the linked list, and we will actually type in this thing in the next new cell, and this is the linked list. Now I'm going to say list dot count 8. Okay, now it should return us 1. Okay, 8 doesn't have the object count. It means that we did not execute it at all. So let me go ahead and execute this one. So I don't know why it happens. Sometimes I execute and it doesn't get executed. So it happens actually sometime. I don't know. And let me execute this. Okay, it says that count doesn't exist. So let me now go ahead and debug. Oh, I think that we have written it at some other place. So we will actually have to see where we have written it. Okay, we have written it here. It was not supposed to be here. It is in entirely wrong cell. So we will go ahead in the top cell where we have defined our other methods, and we will just paste that code here. We will also have to create the object for this class again. So let me scroll down and let us create that linked list again, because yeah, the stale object will have the stale definition. And here we are going to print the list again. And now here we are going to say list.count of 8. And here we have the output. Now, similarly, we can just copy this and try to search for the term that we surely know is repeated. So this is 3, and 3 occurs twice. Similarly, 1, it also occurs twice. And let us say 10. Now it should return us 0. Or if I say 0, it is actually returning us 0. So this is how we can write a simple module or a method to input the search term and then iterate over the list and then count how many times that particular search term has occurred in that list. So it could be anything. It could even be a character. It could be a float. That depends on what sort of data you are willing to store in your linked list. So earlier we made actually a small mistake. I wrote it in the wrong cell. Sorry for that. But later on we rectified it by pasting that entire code in the correct cell. Okay, in the cell where we have defined our linked list class and node class. And here is that method. So let me go through that method again. So self is the reference to the class and search term is the term that we need to find. So we are taking a temporary node and then count equals to 0. And while there is actually item in that linked list, we are checking if the current.data equals to search term. And if it is like that, then we are incrementing the count and then we are incrementing the pointer. Very, very simple thing. We are just actually using the iterative method to go through entire list. So I hope that you have understood the concept as well as the explanation and the code that I have demonstrated. In case you want to download the code bundle for this entire episode and for all the other episodes in this entire series, then you can go ahead and check the description section down below where I have mentioned the link to the GitHub repository for the code bundle. So in case you want to see such amazing and wonderful videos explaining data structures and algorithms and all other technical topics, you can go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks a lot once again, and we will meet in the next episode.